There is no debate that meme stocks have returned as of late. One of them is a company called, the artist formerly known as Sundial Growers, that is now formally renamed itself as SNDL.
Yeah. Silicon Valley move right there.
Do we still call it Sundial, though?
I call it Sandal.
So the corporate name is now SNDL for this company, which is a distributor of alcohol and cannabis in Canada. This is the largest liquor seller in Canada now, actually, after an acquisition that they made. The company coming out with revenue that beat estimates. It reported after the bell on Friday, which is interesting. You don't get too many companies that do that. And so the shares are down a lot over the past year, by the way, but they are getting a little bit of bump up. And this is definitely memed.
Yeah,
has been memed.
These, they're to your point, Julie, major player.
It's down this morning. I thought it was up this morning.
Major player in the liquor market.
Earlier,
gross revenue for their liquor business, $148.6 million. They're operating under the brands Wine and Beyond, Liquor Depot, and Ace Liquor. All three places I would go to if I was in Canada. Makes sense to me.
Well, it's been the big question of how regulatory-wise it's going to be a more favorable environment, and there's been so much logjam even on the top. Even if you have people on both sides of the aisle that are saying, we support this and our constituents want this, it's still not moving forward on a legalization perspective more broadly federally, and that impacts anybody like a Sundial, anybody like an Aurora Cannabis, anybody like a Kronos Group even. And so with all of that considered, that also has an impact on some of the investments that even the traditional companies have made that were looking to get into the cannabis space through infused beverages. And I think across the board, whether you're vertically integrated or whether it's a stake in a company that you've taken, that still is a headwind risk on your balance sheet that you're holding on to right now.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned the beverage space. One of the top stories all weekend here at Yahoo Finance, and still the ticker's still trending, is Tilray. We go back to what Tilray, and link the story that is getting a lot of attention is to what Irwin Simon, when he came on about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, talked about the potential for the cannabis market. The investors just eating this story up here on our platform.
Yeah, I don't know that Sundial has specific plans to get into the U.S. if there's legalization here. They seem to have really staked a flag in Canada, especially with that liquor business, which is something that other companies, Tilray's in the beverage business in the U.S. It is not in the cannabis business in the U.S., but it is in the beverage business. The thing about cannabis legalization is
is it going to happen?
Right. I think the thinking has always been it's going to happen eventually.
Right.
Inevitably, but when is important.
Yeah.
And it seems like the ship has sailed again this year, and then it's not going to happen this year. So these guys are still going to have to wait.